I'm gonna try this again. This is the second time I got a bad internet connection, so hopefully this works. So my topic today is, are you the chicken or the pig? So here's the point, is we get the eggs from the chicken, but we get the bacon from the pig. So you have to be involved in the process if you're the chicken, but when you're the pig, you're committed. And that's really my topic today that I want to talk to you about is commitment. If you want to be successful, if you want to reach your goals, if you want to change your situation, you have to be committed, okay? So like I talk about all the time, you know, we got a lot of people out there at the beginning of the year that are committed to their goal of getting fit, losing weight, working out at the beginning of the year. You see them in the gym, and then come February, March, where's everybody at, right? And I'm not trying to harp on them. It's difficult. I've been there myself. So the definition of commitment is obligation, responsibility, and duty. So it's not when I feel like it. It's not, well, it kind of looks nice out, so maybe I'll go outside and do what I need to do. No, you're committed. You're obligated. It's a duty. You're doing it. That's what you get when you're committed. So I want to read this quick saying to you. It's called The Gladiator. So The Gladiator. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly with errors and comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming, but who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself for a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly. So at his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither knew victory nor defeat. So that's The Gladiator. I want to also then go ahead and talk about my fiance, who I'm extremely proud of, and basically is my, as I mentioned before, you know, she's really been my motivation and inspiration for putting myself out here and doing this. I was actually always the one that was comfortable talking, and she was more the shy one. And then somewhere along the way, we switched roles, and she is just broken out. So I want to talk about that. You know, again, I've got the chance to see her transition. You know, we met, she was 19 years old, and she's a little over 30 today. So anyways, so, you know, she loves making herself look pretty, putting makeup on, you know, and I think honestly we should all do that, not necessarily put makeup on, but you know, when you make yourself look nice, you put nice clothes on, you feel good about yourself, you know, it can make you feel good about yourself inside and can affect your whole day. So she's always enjoyed, you know, doing her hair and putting makeup on and so forth. And she ended up watching these girls for probably over a year that were doing their makeup online, and ended up buying what was called the Kitnappers kit. You know, it's this really great deal where you get all this makeup. And so I think she originally bought that for the makeup. But the deal is with this company, she's with Younique, is that with this kit, you actually have an opportunity to sell makeup, okay? Which really wasn't, at the end of the day, her goal. She had been doing very good with her business that she started in real estate photography. But she knew that she had a hard time, you know, communicating with people, putting herself out there. So she kind of wanted to challenge herself. So she put a challenge out there to herself to go ahead and try this. And she basically, I think she did kind of like a 30-day challenge. She said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try this, and I'm going to go live for 30 days. So she didn't just put her tiptoe in. I mean, she jumped all in when she committed to trying this. And what's really special about it is the results she got, okay? The girl she ended up signing up under at the time had somewhere between 13 to 14,000 girls underneath of her. And within about the first 4 months of Andrea putting herself out there and doing these lives. And she continued to do them. So she went to 30 days and then she just kept going. She continued to do them. And she was putting herself out there. She was attracting so many people that, people just couldn't figure it out. She just had girls joining from all over the place. And she just did so phenomenally well. The girl that she signed up under actually puts together these 3 categories that she measures their success by. And it's still going, but now for more than 6-7 months, Andrea has literally been in the top 10 and even at times within the top 3 of all 3 of these categories of over 13, 14, and I believe now she has over 17,000 girls underneath of her. And Andrea is still hitting these categories in the top 10 and again even higher. And I think, again, she gets asked from so many people too, how is it that she's doing what she's doing? What's your secret? What is it that you're doing? And I think what really attracted, Andrea and myself to each other is, really when she gets out there, she's just being herself. That's it. There's no secret. It's what she thinks. It's what she feels. She's putting her heart out there and her true feelings and opinion out there, and people are drawn to it. And I think we both have been very similar in that fact that, we're not the type of people that really just, follow other people's leads. We kind of beat to our own drum, which is good and bad because at times, it means, we're going head to head with each other and neither one of us wants to give in to the other. But just really proud of her. Right now, she's actually in Utah now. So 11 months. She's been doing this now 11 months. She has over 200 girls underneath of her, part of her team. And she is currently meeting the CEOs of the company of Younique. So really just this transition she's made by committing and putting herself out there, by facing her fears. What did she get when she faced her fears and she beat them? What was on the other side of the road, She now has a team of over 200 girls and she's meeting the CEOs of this extremely successful company, and she's getting the chance to hang out with all these other girls that are making these great transitions in their life as well. So that's kind of some of the positives that can come out from commitment. I wanted to kind of share my story as well, which is a little bit different, but again, it kind of still talks a little bit about commitment. So when I had my restaurant and I was running my restaurant, at one point I had kind of I let myself go. It's, when you own a restaurant, you're there all the time, and when you're the owner, you don't have to pay for the food or the drinks. So it's very easy for me to get whatever I want to eat, drink, and, be merry. And it affected me. My weight had just gotten out of control. And so it wasn't that I necessarily thought I had a drinking problem, but I knew that when I started drinking, I would then end up eating, without a doubt, so it always led to eating. And I wanted to, I had a goal. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to lose a lot of weight. And so I had decided that, one of the things I was going to do is for a 3-month period, I was going to stop drinking, and I felt that was going to help me lose weight. And so the day I decided, the first 2 days, they weren't that hard because I was around my family. I was at my house. There wasn't a lot of pressure there on me, so I'm like, okay, things are going good. Well, I didn't think it out that clearly because day 3 was the Super Bowl, okay? My place is packed. We're throwing out more food than I know what to do with. Everybody's there. They're drinking. They're having a blast. Everybody I know, my friends, everybody's there. And, and I'm, of course, there making sure everything's going on. Well, everybody wants to hang out with me. And, they're like, come on, sit down, have a drink. I've got food, have fun, So here I am. It's the Super Bowl. They're my friends. They're at my restaurant. They've got all this food. They've got drinks. It looks amazing. Why wouldn't I want to join them? I can start this non-drinking diet tomorrow. Forget it, But here's the thing. If I had, I wouldn't be talking to you about this right now for, more than 4 years later. I mean, this is probably anywhere from 5 to 6 years ago that I did this. And I remember it so specifically because I remember that moment. I remember all, my flesh was just calling my name. The temptation was there, right? And it would have been so easy for me to cave. And it was so difficult for me not to cave, right? But that was the defining moment in my diet at that point, okay? And I ended up saying no. And I had to say no multiple times because my friends were persistent. They wanted me to hang out and drink with them. And, I finally kind of had to walk away and get myself out of that situation. But, then I made my 3 months. I went 3 months. And in that 3 months, I committed to working out and eating right. And I got in some of the best shape of my life. And I wish I could tell you that it, was all smooth and I continued to improve from there. But no, I've gone up and down. That 3 months was over. And slowly you go back to some bad habits. They sink in and whatever happens, But I saw the best results of my life when I made that commitment and I stuck to it. And I stuck to it when it was difficult because it was a duty, because it was an obligation. It wasn't something that you have a choice between one or the other. And so that's the thing. So that's a story I wanted to tell. So other than that, I mean, that's really that's what I've got for you today. So what do you want to be? Are you going to be the chicken or are you going to be the pig? Make sure, get out there and be fully committed. As always, I like to talk about my opportunity, and a lot of these things apply to trading. So if you want to be a successful trader, you need to be committed to your craft. Knowledge is power. The more you learn, the more you stick to it, it helps you continue to be a better trader. So all of these things, as I've gone through them, have made me a better and a more successful trader. So I've been successful in trading the Forex market. I have been helping others to be successful. If you have any interest, please PM me. But again, more than anything, I hope that these talks motivate and inspire you to get off center, go after your dreams, go after your goals, make the changes that you need to in your life and get it done. So hope everybody has a great day today. Go get it. Take care.